maximizing your level of operation to excel, to overachieve, to surpass all limits that you already had. I'm going to teach you how to actually maximize your output in life so you can live your dream life, so you can crush it at whatever endeavor you have, so you can become the boss of your own life. Welcome to Spiritual Boss. I'm your host, Master J. I'm a Vietnamese American shaman. To some of you, I am your new best friend. To some of you, I am your worst nightmare. Inherently, I am a practitioner of the mind and the mindset, and my work focuses on maximizing the mind with what it currently has and finding out its limits and bring it to the forefront. Inherently, you can look at me like Professor X from X-Men. Let me show you your true power, and if you actually wish to cultivate it, then stay a while and listen, my friend. Now, let's begin here. To understand your level of function, we need to look at certain things. Well, what's very important is your current age, your current past history, current confidence, and current self-image is going to be very, very important in this. Now, you want something, everybody wants something, and I am here to help you get it or to show you the roadmap to get it. Now, I invite you to begin looking at yourself. Reality is funny in that all things can be brought into fruition through the proper use of the human mind. Now, we need to look at your mind and how much you are able to use it. And I'm not going to bullshit you here. If you want to do this, you need to take a look at what it takes to accomplish your goals and your dreams. Where you are right now is not where you need to be. And you need to take a deep, long look at yourself in the mirror and see that there are many barriers and there are many plateaus within you that exist right now that are unconsciously holding you back and that you don't even know that you need to break. And you're going to have to make a decision when you see the work that it takes to become the person that you want to become and accomplish things that you want to accomplish. And be willing to commit and to be willing to make a definite decision if this is actually the way that you want to go. You can do many things with your life. You can become a doctor. Yes, you can become a lawyer. But some people, when they look at what it takes to become that, some people, when they look at that curriculum, it scares them and they're not willing to put in the work. You need to get ultra realistic with your current level of operation and how much you are willing to stretch your mind. When it comes to stretching the mind can be stretched to pretty much infinite dimensions. I personally do not believe the mind can break, because whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Now this goes down and boils down to your self-image. Your self-image has brought to you every single little thing that you already have in life right now. And for it to change, you need to change your self-image and the patterns that you believe that you have that are what makes who you are. Some of these patterns can be unconscious, but some of these patterns can be those bad habits that you indulge in. That tendency to chase after people that don't like you. That tendency to retreat when there is a challenge. That tendency to surrender at the face of opposition. When you aren't rewarded instantly, some people, they tend to give up because the world today has become so soft. And you know what? I feel no pity. I feel pity. I feel no pity. I feel absolutely no pity for you fuckers. To some of you, I'm your best friend because you understand what I'm talking about. But to some of you, I'm your worst enemy because I see that I have a love-hate relationship with humanity. I see the greatness within humanity. I see how much people can accomplish. People like Einstein, people like Thomas Edison, people like Michael Jordan. And I think the world should know more of these people. And that's the type of person I was speaking to. A person with a dream. A person who wants to manifest their destiny and actually put in the work. And then there are some of you who are absolutely full of shit. And to those that are full of shit, I literally hate you like the dirt on my shoe or after I step on a bug. I have a love-hate relationship with humanity. We're the absolute filth of the world that makes even demons shudder. I've seen many things in my days of spiritual work. And human beings are saints, more righteous than the angels. It is impossible not to love and impossible not to hate humanity when you are exposed to it so much. But underneath all of this, we are beings of love. And there's love inside you, and there's love that's meant to expand. So you have to make a decision, my friend. You have to make a decision to choose love over fear. When the obstacles come, and they will come, you make a decision to stick through this no matter what. And you make a decision to push past the barriers. And you will begin actually finding out who you really are. You begin actually finding out the real self. The real self within you. What we can call your higher self. The highest version of self of what you want to embody. That version of you that doesn't make your stupid bullshit excuses. That version of you that actually wakes up on time and commits to something more than one day out of the week. That version of you who does what he or she wants to say and actually does it. And doesn't sit around on their ass all day talking about how their emotions and how their feelings and how many obstacles in the way made them sad and made them cry. That version of you that doesn't sit there thinking too much and can actually act when it's the time to act and actually control themselves and be balanced and not given to their fleeting emotions, not having to eat a piece of candy because they don't feel comfortable in the moment, not having to smoke a cigarette because things are just too tense. That version of you that can just sit there and be a boss and take the pain and take the embarrassment and take the punishment. That version of you, that's a version of you that you need to tap into if you really want to maximize your level of function. This shit isn't hard. This shit isn't going to kill you. It's only going to make you stronger. You'll know when you start to cry. You'll know when you start pushing yourself. You'll know when you start working so hard and that you start to cry. Because those tears is the weak little bitch in you that is leaving its body. Those tears is the old version of you dying. And it's being fortified by pain. And it's being expressed out onto the world. Because there's no room for that anymore. There's no room for the weak part of you. You want to level up. You want to maximize your frequency. You're going to have to be a sharpshooter. You're going to have to be a boss. If you want to be a boss, and if you want to be a leader, if you want to live the life of your dreams, if you want to make tons of money, if you want to be in a happy relationship, what does that require? These things human beings aspire to have because they are hard, they are difficult, but they are in us because they are a blueprint in us, in the soul, because we're beings of expansion. But you know what it requires? It requires letting go of the laziness. It requires letting go of the excuses. It requires letting go of that past self-image. It requires being able to stand up tall and say, no matter what, I'm going to accomplish what I wish to accomplish, my friend. And that's hard, and it's difficult, and it scares some of you. It scares some of you losers, and some of you guys are losers, and that's okay. For there to be winners, there has to be losers. If you want to come and join the winning team, come and kick with Master J, go to spiritualbossglobal.com. Check out our website, check out our archive. There's much more information over there that will program you. Who am I? I'm your host, Master J. I'm your new best friend. I'm a Vietnamese American shaman, but ultimately I'm a practitioner of the mind, and I will program you. The more you listen to me, I will program you to be the boss. I will program that weakness out of your character. I will program that darkness that needs to get out, and I will push it out. Because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be in the dark. I know what it's like to be struggling. I know what it's like to be afraid. I know what it's like to feel like a coward. And I know what it's like to have no choice but to push forward anyway. I've been on this journey for over a decade. Imagine being on a spiritual journey with no roadmap, but somehow finding his way out, somehow becoming successful, somehow holding on to the vision within, holding on to the goal within, somehow becoming free and in charge of his own life, just because out of sheer will and sheer dedication. That's who I am. I'm your host, Master J. I'm a Vietnamese American shaman. I understand the power of the mind. If you have a goal and you have an image and you have a destination, that's all you fucking need. You start right there. And you start right there. And you start moving forward. And you start advancing forward. And you don't quit. And you don't give up just because things are gonna happen. Your girlfriend's gonna dump you. Your boyfriend's probably gonna dump you. You're gonna get broken up with. There's gonna be times where you go outside and it's raining. That doesn't mean you need to go inside just because it's raining. There are going to be times where every single little thing seems to be against you. And you know what? That's where champions are born. That's where ballers are born. That's where bosses are born. And that's where the coward inside you gets to scream and act. He has a choice to control you like he's been controlling you the rest of your life, or he has a choice to die in that moment. And in that moment, you're just going to begin getting to know yourself.